For joining us, everyone. This is Judy Gatson in the WIS studio, and the Lexington County Fire Service Chief Kyle Minick joining me via phone to follow the breaking news that we gave you the first alert about earlier today on WIS TV about 18 people being struck by lightning out at Lake Murray near the beach there. Chief, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Will you please just give us an update of the situation there right now and what you responded to this afternoon?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us. This afternoon about 4:47, Lexington County Fire, Irmo Fire, Lexington County EMS, and Lexington County Sheriff responded to the Dominion Beach Park at the Dreer Shoals Dam for a potential electrocution. Potentially came from a lightning strike, and we ended up assessing 20 patients on scene amongst the first responders out there and transported 12 individuals to local hospitals for further evaluation.
Okay, so our initial report said 18 to the hospital, but you responded to and treated 20 patients on scene, and you said sent 16 to the hospital. Is that right?
We originally had 18. We had 2 walk-ups to make it to 20, but we transported 12 to local receiving facilities.
Transported 12. So do you have any indication how severe any of those injuries may have been?
They were non-life threatening. The majority were what we would consider under a mass casualty, a green tag, which means they were walking wounded. So they were treated, most were treated on scene and released either to a parent or to themselves if they were not a minor. We did have 7, a little more severe, that we did transport relatively rapidly, but they were non-life-threatening injuries.
Well, that's certainly encouraging. You know, as a mom, it stuck out to me that several children were out on the beach as well. Can you give us any indication of how the kids are doing, how severe their injuries might be?
The majority of the children were released to their parents. We did see 12 pediatric patients and 8 adults out of the 20. But again, we only transported 12 total, with that being a mixture of adults and juveniles.
So, Chief, tell me about what the weather conditions were out there. You know, our First Alert weather team had been tracking these pop-up storms, and our Chief Meteorologist, Adam Clark, told us earlier today, you don't have to have an active storm in an area in order to have a lightning strike. So were the skies clear out there? Did you have one of those pop-up storms? What do you know about what the weather conditions were when this happened?
Unfortunately, I can't speak to the weather conditions prior to my arrival, but when I did arrive on scene, it was sunny and very humid and hot. I did see some moisture, but as far as what occurred when the patients were electrocuted, I couldn't speak to that. I wasn't on scene at that time and couldn't tell you exactly what the weather was like.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. What about now in the scene? Has the scene been cleared? Is the beach open, closed? Any roadways out in that area impacted?
No, ma'am. All the roadways are open. We do have the Dominion Beach Park closed. It is still active out there with Lexington County Sheriff and Lexington County Fire. All patients have either been treated and released to their parents or to themselves to vacate the area or transported. So right now it's just the Sheriff's Office, Fire Service, and Dominion Energy out there wrapping up the scene. I would say avoid the park. The roadway is still open. If you wanted to walk the dam, that's still available. But the sheriff is turning folks away, along with Dominion Energy personnel, from going into the park itself.
Do you expect the park to be open tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am. I wouldn't see it being closed further than this afternoon. We should be clearing the scene within the hour and going back in service.
And I always have to ask with the first responders, any injuries among the first responders who showed up to help treat the victims there today?
No, ma'am. No injuries amongst our personnel.
All right. Well, Chief Minick, we can't thank you enough for your time in getting on the phone to make sure our viewers have the first alert about what happened out there at the lake. Of course, we've been sharing details with our audience about just keeping safety in mind. I mean, you know, obviously people want to be out at the lake to cool off with this South Carolina heat, but anytime they hear thunder, they need to take cover. And once you hear thunder, you need to wait at least 30 minutes before resuming those outdoor activities. And being near water, near metal, out in open fields is not a safe place to be when there's a possibility of lightning strikes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for checking in on us and reporting that, and we appreciate all you guys do.
All right, Chief, we appreciate you and your team as well. You all stay safe, and we appreciate you giving the latest to us here on WIS News 10.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.